So everybody, DIB Sports was talking about Mark Cuban, and he's in big trouble because his homies working for him are dropping the ball. Also, it's his fault because he dropped the ball as well. Mark Cuban, you know him on ABC, he's on Shark Tank, he's on many business shows. He's a billionaire. He succeeded mostly from the .com era, big bubble, boom. He got all that money during that time. Then he actually ended up buying the Mavericks. They were the worst team in the league at the time. And then now they became NBA champions in 2000, I believe, 10? Yeah. 2010, beating LeBron James and Miami Heat in a 4-2 series, and everything was great. They're not that great this year, but they're still a lovable team because the people like the owner. But Mark Cuban dropped the ball, man, big time. One, he kept the employee on the books who had 2 domestic violence cases. One was with the coworker, and one of the coworkers went to HR to complain, saying, "Hey, I'm getting beat by this person and works here," and they didn't do nothing. Then the other case was his president, who's been working there over 10 plus years. He's doing some crazy stuff in the office and harassing these women. It's not right, and he didn't do nothing there either. And it's been complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint, and nothing's being done. So what's going on here? Mark Cuban acts like he's playing dumb. I didn't know. I just recently find out. And the reason why I find that very disingenuous is because I don't think that's Mark Cuban's personality at all to not know. He's the type of person that thinks he knows everything, and sometimes he comes across very arrogant and cocky to the point he thinks he's better than you. Because if you ever watch Shark Tank, this guy always asks all specific questions so he knows what he's getting himself into before he invests. He asks about how much money he made per quarter, how much money you made per year, where did you sell the product, what stores are the product is in, things like that. And how many employees. He asks multiple questions, and also he checks if there's other investors in part of your business already. This guy's a very, very astute person. So to say that he didn't know is completely it's just, I don't believe it. I think he's somewhat lying, or he's not telling the whole truth. Now, Dallas Mavericks is one of his biggest babies. I mean, he got the theaters, he got other businesses, but his baby is the Mavericks. So it's hard for me to believe that he does not know what's going on, especially a billionaire who was all about numbers and what's the bottom line. You don't go by, I'm just not gonna I'm just gonna let the business just run itself. No, that's not how it works. This dude's a hands-on type of guy, and that's his personality. So to say he didn't know, or he just didn't know. Either he just really, really extremely dropped the ball, or he knows what happened and he completely ignored it. Now, this guy is one of the biggest critics of the NFL. And he talks about the domestic violence case with Ray Rice and Greg Hardy and all that. He was one of those guys saying, you know what, NFL is arrogant, blah, 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 and they're wrong what happened. And you know what, he got a couple points, he's right. The NFL screwed up, but look at him. He's looking like a big hypocrite right now. So, more facts is going to come out as an investigation, but from what he said and from the evidence that's going on, yeah, you could blame the HR. Of course, you're not going to know every single detail of your job, but these are things that are like common business practices. If you're an owner of a business, wouldn't you be on HR's butt all the time, knowing who you hire? That's what all HR is all about. It's about the numbers of employees and all that. And if you're a CEO and you directly report to the CEO, which HRs usually do, because businesses want to know what's going on. They want to know how many men and women were hired, age range, religion, background. They want to know everything because they want to know if their area where they can improve on. Say there's a lack of diversity. Okay, maybe we need to improve here. Let me see what we do there. If disabled, maybe we could create jobs for the disabled. We don't have enough place for that. Maybe we could carry that. That's what HR is all about. It's about the human factor of the job. So how do you not know that? How many people we hired? How many people got fired? And for what reason? You don't think he wouldn't know that? That's why it comes across as very disingenuous. That's why Mark Cuban, you're in deep doo-doo. He's probably not going to be in with the Shark Tank anymore after this, because I feel like this is bigger and this is only the tip of the iceberg. Now, will he lose his team like Donald Sterling? I don't think so, but he will get fined. He's already in trouble talking about tanking. He's trying to pull the 76er Sam Hinkie deal, but he might lose those draft picks because of this case. So I think he's gonna lose some draft picks. He's gonna get heavily fined, but I don't think he's gonna lose his team. But he's definitely gonna. This is definitely probably gonna be like the strike that, like, next time you screw up again, you may lose your team. But I don't think he's gonna lose his team. Do I think Mark Cuban's a bad guy? No, but I really don't like the fact that he seemed like I think he's kind of lying. And the only reason why he's lying is he's trying to protect his image, trying to protect his reputation, because that's the only thing you got in business. Once you have a bad reputation, it's really hard to get it back. So what he's trying to do is trying to salvage his reputation, but I just don't like the things that come out of his mouth for his justification. Now, he said sorry, blah, 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 I effed up, but I think there's really more to the story, but we'll see what happens. But this is DIB Sports. Don't forget to subscribe, share. Let's go.